The robes rebuke the dawn. The Supreme Court has ruled that Trump's tariffs are illegal. The president's raging on Truth Social, saying these bleeping courts, among other things. And now $175 billion may have to be refunded to the nations. Wow. What a day. Hey everyone, Johnny here, Don't Speak News. This is news that everybody's speaking about. It's pretty hard to ignore this, as this is another landmark decision, something else that's unprecedented, never been heard of before. Geez, it just seems to keep happening almost every day. And now we have this. Supreme Court strikes down Trump's global tariffs in landmark decision. The court ruled 6-3 that Trump's reciprocal tariffs are not authorized under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. So Trump cannot just unilaterally apply tariffs to whoever he doesn't like and just throw whatever amount he thinks is appropriate. That's not how this works. The power of the purse, according to the Constitution, has always been in the hands of Congress. And that's essentially what the Supreme Court has reaffirmed today. And they've also, in one of their opinions, they said that if Congress intended to give the president that kind of power with that emergency act, then they need to spell it out more specifically. They really didn't do that. And so that power was misinterpreted by the Trump administration, which we figured would be the case. Because, like I said, the Constitution specifically gives Congress the power of the purse, not the executive branch, even in cases of emergency. And if you were going to declare an emergency, why didn't he do it in his first term, right? These tariffs have always been about dragging the economy down further because these costs are going to be passed on to the American consumers. I saw an example of it on one of the YouTube car repair channels I watch from time to time, where a customer was getting a British import repaired, and he ended up having to pay $100 more for the part that had to be imported, and tariffs had to be paid. So that was just one example, and there's been many, many, many more, I'm sure. But there we go. The court has ruled 6-3 that Trump's reciprocal tariffs were not authorized. Wow, what a day. And I'm sure he is really raging. I don't look at Truth Social much, but I'm sure I'll be seeing it later on Telegram. I'll keep my eyes peeled on what's going to unfold today. I think we all need to keep our eyes peeled. As far as the markets go, they haven't moved much. The S&P 500 is little changed after the Supreme Court knocks down Trump's emergency tariffs. The Dow is down just a little bit. As far as gold, silver, they're both up, but not by a whole bunch. 6% and almost 2% with gold. And yeah, not making much movement at all. Let's just check crypto quick, and that's all up as well. Bitcoin seems to have been holding its own around 65 to 67,000 in the last few days. And there we go. Wow. All of this reminds me of Daniel 7:25. We've talked about this before with Trump and all of his executive orders and just ruling by decree like a king. Completely unconstitutional, right? And we've talked about Daniel 7:25 and how he will seek to change the times and the laws. Well, Daniel 7:26 to me stands out even more today because of what's going on. But the court shall be seated, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it forever. And what a day for that verse to jump out. There it is. Wow. We are in the end times, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump is the Antichrist, and Jesus Christ is about to return and destroy him and all of his minions. Wow. Time is so short, guys. Seek Jesus Christ today as your Lord and Savior because you don't have much time left. The door of the ark is going to be closing very, very soon because we've got this chaos going on. At the same time, we've got war with Iran sitting on the razor's edge as well. Trump said earlier today, before this came out, that he was going to give Iran basically 2 weeks again or else. Basically give in to our demands or else. And Iran has consistently said no and continues to say no. They sent formal notice to the UN that they have a right to defend themselves, up to and including attacking all the U.S. bases in the region. And of course, hitting Israel and everybody else that's associated with the U.S. and Israel so that they can hit. This is going to get ugly and get ugly fast, especially with this rebuke of the dawn, like it says here. Wow. Like I said, seek Jesus Christ today while there's still time. He's the way, the truth, and the life. And like he said, no one gets to the Father but through him. Wow, it's so close, guys. It is so close. That'll be it for now. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com, where you may be watching this today, is home base for all that we do. Put a lot of stories here, like this one over here, this one over here, this one over here. Stuff we don't get, a chance, we can't report on it anywhere else because it keeps getting taken down and all of our accounts get closed. So there we go. And if you want to find us around the internet, speaking of accounts being closed, we've been shut out of a lot of places, including X and Facebook and so on. But here's where you can find us: Rumble, BitChute, Telegram, and on Substack as well. All the links to find us are right here. And that's it. I'm not going on the other social media sites as they just keep continuing to ban us. So if you want to support the channel, we are definitely in need of listener support. This month, the end of the month is coming up faster because it's a few days shorter. So channel support, that tab is right here. These links are all at the bottom of every article as well, and we thank you very much for that. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So that's it for today. God bless, take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.